Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How you doing this morning? I'm Skip McCord. I'm so glad you are here today for our daily discipline, our habit, our ritual, our morning ritual, our workout session, mental toughness, conditioning, right? This is all about reminding you of who you really are, what you're really all about, what you really want. Expand that imagination, resourcefulness, grit to get all those feelings and emotions that you want, all those things that you attach to your goals, what's important to you. I want to help you get there. I want you to help me get there. That's why we're accountability partners, checking in every single day. The mind, the heart, the gut, the things that really matter. We can have all the greatest strategies in the world. You can look all over the internet. There is so much great information on the internet, so many great strategies that if we applied them, if we accepted them, if we knew all our rules, values, beliefs, what was pushing away, if we took all this information, we aligned our willpower, focus, and intent, we can have everything we want in life. But it's all about that mind. It's all about that heart. It's all about that gut, and that's what this morning connection is about. That's what this check-in is about. Again, we're accountability's partner to our workout session every single day, getting our minds right to start the day. It doesn't matter if you're watching this in the afternoon, the evening. I know we have an international audience, and I know it doesn't matter if you are actually watching it live. It's just that you're getting this nourishment every single day. All right, that I get this nourishment. I'm so grateful to you to make me accountable to come to you every single day. All right, and again, you could be watching this live on Instagram at Skip LaCour, on my Facebook page at Skip LaCour page. You could be at the MANformation YouTube channel at MANformation. Make sure you're there. You'll see all of these morning connection broadcasts that I've been doing every single morning. Get your 10 or 15 minutes every single day. Catch up if you're new to our party here. All right. Maybe you're listening to it on the podcast, on iTunes, on Stitcher, Blog Talk Radio, at the MANformation podcast channel, coming over from Lincoln. It doesn't matter how you got here. Twitter, at Skip LaCour. Just matters that you're here. We're doing this workout together. And at this morning connection, in this mental toughness conditioning workout, I want to talk about how to stay hungry. How to stay hungry, right? It doesn't matter what we've accomplished in the past. To feel great, we got to continually expand our lives. Want more feelings and emotions. There's so much available to us out there. We know that intellectually. Right, but we got to, again, align our emotions, get clear, get imaginative, get resourceful, get gritty, be specific about what we want, and it doesn't matter how much we accomplish. There's always more of this great journey called life to experience, right? And it's okay to want more. We got to grow, and that's what this is all about, is to help you grow, get clear, get more of all those feelings and emotions that you want. But sometimes, again, maybe you've accomplished a lot, and you sit back and you go, "Wow, I've got a lot. I don't have as much drive. I should have that drive, but I feel at a good place in my heart." And maybe you, months later, years later, you thought, "What was I doing being satisfied? Right? I should have stayed hungry." All right, or maybe you got a lot of things to work on, but you just can't get yourself to take action. Maybe you were hungry. Maybe you were really driven, motivated in the past, and you couldn't stay hungry. So in this morning connection, I want to talk about how to stay hungry. Right? How to stay hungry. And I want you to say hello in a moment. I'm going to say hello to you on Instagram, on Facebook. It's part of our day. Some guys, they're listening on the podcast. Who the hell is he talking to? I'm talking on this live show that I do every single morning if you're listening to the MANformation podcast, right? So I want to say hello to you. This is our time to say good morning. What I love is how we're saying good morning to each other. Our select group of men, maybe a little bit older, right? We look at the world a little bit differently, and that's what this MANformation that's what this whole MANformation movement, that's what this morning connection is all about. Help us become our best physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, our impact on the world with this time we have on this planet. All right, so let's see. Daniel, good to have you here, sir. Thank you so much. Hellboy MMA, love that. Jotman, good morning to you. Jared, all right, over on Instagram. So glad that you are here. How to stay hungry. A lot of guys say, how do you get up all the time so early in the morning? I'm going to tell you, I could talk about how to stay hungry. I could talk about this for 20 of these morning connections, all right? There's so many different strategies, so many ways to think about it. There's one I'm going to zone in today. That was a really breakthrough for me, and maybe counterintuitive to what you might think of me, or maybe what you've heard. Maybe it's counterintuitive to yours, but one specific strategy I want to zone in today on how to stay hungry. All right, let's see, who do we have here? Over on Facebook, Robbie, good morning to you, sir. Robbie. All right, Steve, good morning, sir. And I see we got Daniel, Ladik, Masashi, good to have you here, sir. Dominic, Wrong, Daniel, Brian. All right, guys, continue to say hello. Tell me what your biggest takeaway is out of this morning connection broadcast, this training session or workout. Tell me what you're taking away. What do you find most valuable, at least right now, of something that I'm talking about? My hope is what I planned to do every single day is give you something to think about that maybe right here, right now, it's just what you need. Just what you need to give you that clarity, strategies to move forward, take on this day with more certainty and more confidence. One thing I do know is, there's a saying that you can't unring a bell once you've heard it. A lot of these things that I'm talking about, if you've been watching this morning connection, maybe you've already experienced this, that maybe when you were listening to the things I had you consider at the time, really wasn't all that pertinent. It didn't really... It really wasn't something you needed that particular day, but maybe a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, you ran into a situation you were more mentally and emotionally prepared because of something that we talked about that you didn't think really applied to you a couple weeks ago. All right, and that's what I want to continually do, give you so many resources, so many tools as life challenges get in the way, as we figure out this puzzle, this game, right? More tools, and that's what this is all about. So let's talk about how to stay hungry. And, a lot of guys, they say, wow, you keep on going. They look at maybe the internet. They knew me as the bodybuilder and all the things that maybe I was able to accomplish. And, one thing is that, and this is probably true of you, you're successful, your business, your family, you just want more. I'm very appreciative of things that I've accomplished, but I don't think I'm filled with this 10 out of 10, wow, look what I've accomplished, right? Because there's always more. And I've learned to accept a long time ago, it's okay to want more. As long as I appreciate what I've accomplished in the past, I appreciate the journey. I don't grind myself up with too much stress, too much pain, where, I'm damaging my health, I'm I'm ruining my experience, or I'm just a burden to be around, right? There's that... bit of angst, bit of pain, or that really drives me for more. All right, as long as you can tolerate it, and that's what I want to talk about, pain. Pain. Tony Robbins says, pain is a tool, use it. And as I go through this journey of life, and I've always been fascinated, what drives you? What drives you to take on more, achieve more, use your talents and abilities while we have time to the fullest, right? What's going to drive you to use your willpower, focus, energy, time? I've been fascinated, obsessed with why we as people do the things we do. How do we get more? How could I get more? And that's really what I wanted to learn. And there's that tool of pain, right? And when I think back, and maybe this is true to you, everything that I look back on that I'm most proud of, right? I can track it back to pain. Now, sometimes it's pain that maybe I was just used to. I mean, I can think of every journey from being the youngest grocery store manager, that pain that I had of that is not where I want it to be, but I better make the most out of it. I saw myself as so much more, even though I got promotions up the grocery store ladder, and in that circle, I was achieving more. It just did not, I just saw myself as more, and it was painful that even when I was getting promotions, I still saw even the end result that a lot of people would be happy with. I was not happy with myself. I just saw myself as more. That pain, so my thing was, if I'm going to be here, I just better be the best. But even when I became the best and I got rewarded, it still didn't settle. That's what got me to quit my job and then go to be a bodybuilder, right? One interesting thing about that is that, so I did them both. Yeah, that pain drove me to work long and hard as a bodybuilder, as a writer, and have the full-time job. I mean, it would be so... I was pushing myself so much. If I sat down on the couch for 10 minutes like a movie or TV, I'd be asleep in 15 minutes. I don't care where I was. That's how much I pushed myself, because I just had this pain of wanting to be more, just wanting to be more, and transitioning to that. Then, the interesting thing is, the first year I quit my job, gave away all that security, everything that I've earned to chase my dream as a bodybuilder, I had the most disappointing placing ever. Then that pain, that being scared really kicked in. That made me work even harder, more championship. Pain. A lot of guys say, well, why do you hear, I was just talking to my buddy Roz, just connected with him. He goes, man, you're a beast. I watch you every single morning, right? I'm just telling you, there is this pain that I have that it just can't end right now. Now, one thing of battle cry, for us older guys to say we've got more time behind us than in front of us. That pain, I don't care what I've accomplished in the past. I've got too many people depending on it, too many people who I love and care. It cannot end now. Because I got too much more in me that I have not used. That pain, it gets me up early in the morning, coming to you, just trying, and now, a lot of guys, I can tell you all about my pain, all my challenges in the past, and they can say, "Oh, Skip, what are you worried about that for?" Right? Look what you've done in the past. See, I intellectually know that, but you got to understand. I might talk about my pain, and it may mean something to you. You might say, "What are you worried about that for?" You got so many things going on. It isn't like I don't intellectually know that. Here's the other thing: you don't know how I'm processing my pain. Maybe the way I'm describing it, he goes, what's he worried about? 11 out of 10. All right? You might feel that I'm feeling 11 out of 10, but it may just be a 3 or 4, just enough to keep that angst. All right? Just keep that angst, keep that drive, make me try one more time, get up earlier, do 387 morning connection shows until I figure out the pattern. That way I just have a massive following of guys like you, me. Right, who do it until it really breaks through. Again, some of my biggest breakthroughs have been this pain that I'm harboring inside that I've accepted. As I get older and I start understanding the code, now think of this. This is what fascinated me. There's so many men who I saw as mentors. All right, wow, they're killing it. They're doing a great job. I want more of that. Doesn't matter what I achieved over here and all the great things that I had. I wanted to expand. I wanted to go in areas to become better. That I didn't put a lot of willpower, focus, energy, and time. So I kind of started at the bottom, the lower middle at best. And I would see mentors, and maybe see this on the internet, and they just seem so angry. It's like to me, I'm thinking, wow, you're amazing. And they'll go back, and tell me if you notice this too. They'll go back. They'll remember somebody in high school who bullied them, who said they weren't good enough. To me, they're way up here. And they remember their journey, all the people said they couldn't do it. And they'll talk about it, they'll write about it, they'll post it on the internet. All the haters. And to me, I'm thinking, well, dude, you're awesome, man. Why are you focusing on the haters? You got so many people who love you. And I really didn't get all that, right? And because, my attitude, my mental strategy is to look for the positive, look for the good. And not that you shouldn't do that, but when I realized some of these really successful people, right, they're expressing their journey the way they're seeing the world. And because you can't climb into somebody's mind. You don't know what they're thinking. I don't care what you think. You don't know what they're thinking. And you also don't know what pain, the intensity means to them, or happiness, or anything. Just because they're just words to you, you might translate your level intensity of whatever adjective or experience, but you don't know what they're really feeling. So you don't know what they're really thinking, and you don't know how intense whatever emotion they're feeling. They're just words. It means something to us individually. And so, my thing was like, wow, why are you worried about what happened to you in the fifth grade? Why are you worrying about what happened on your journey, these naysayers? You're going to have that every year. Why are you so worried about now? You're amazing. You're awesome. Why are you focusing on the haters? Do they really hate you? And then I started really thinking about it as I studied it. Again, I've been obsessed what makes guys like you and me successful, what's going to take to get to the next level. And I start to realize is that whether they were conscious of it or not, it doesn't matter what I would do. I'm not them. They would just use that pain to drive them. They'll never forget. They'll never forget what was said to them, what was done. Doesn't matter what they've accomplished. And again, I really do believe it's, like I said, it's tough to climb in somebody's mind or their heart. But I do really believe they're using that tool of pain. May seem odd to us. That's what's keeping them, giving their edge. If it's true of you, when you've accomplished, when you've really stayed hungry, you really stayed motivated, you got to those higher and higher levels, and you don't know why, it's probably some source of pain. They are using that pain as a tool. Again, it may be odd to us. They should say, come on. I hear that all the time. Skip, what are you talking about? Like I said, and again, you can't just manufacture pain. You got to really feel it, right? It's got to be a real story in your mind, or it's just talk, right? And at the same time, you don't want to be miserable. You don't want to just drive your body with so much stress where you got the negative effects of it. And you certainly don't want to be miserable, your life experience or those people you love and around you, just for manufacturing the pain. So maybe coming to a conscious level. But I tell you what, you want to know some of these guys you admire, they're using that pain as a tool. They're not softening it, pretending it's not there, just dead to it. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. To find out later, it really did matter. All right? They're making it real to them to drive them. That pain, tell you, if you really think about your life, what has driven you, it's that tool if you want to know how to stay hungry. There's probably a lot of strategies that I can talk about on how to stay hungry, but it's that proper use of pain. Now, again, not so that you're negative, you're miserable around other people, that you talk so negatively. You're hurting your physical body with undue stress. You're not seeing your full power. I'm not saying that. I'm also not saying to be so positive where you deaden it, right? You just become immobilized and you accept a life that you really don't want because you're deadening the pain. It's that right use of pain as a tool. All right, man, if you want to know why I'm so driven, it cannot end. It cannot end now. It cannot end right now. I've got way too much. That's what gets me up early. That's what makes me stay up late or try one more time when even it doesn't seem like what I'm doing is working out. Try it. Be flexible. I'm not saying just keep on doing the same thing, but try one more thing. Think about that. Are you using the pain in your life? We all have it. We all have it. Are you using it properly? Just enough to keep you staying hungry, all right, but not being too miserable and hurting your body or those around you with too much stress. Pain is a tool. Use it. The best people are. And I want you to look around the internet now. I want you to see those amazing people on the internet with these tremendous followings. All right, why they're so massively successful. So here's another thing too, is that a lot of times when we aren't imaginative, we can't figure out why that person's so successful. That was my whole journey as a drug-free bodybuilder. I had someone built, you're not drug-free, you can't do this because this, and this, and this. And, everybody, it's their own reality, right, what they believe. And, you'd see their training or what they talk about, that mindset, because I've always been in mindset. And I'm just thinking to myself, just because you don't have the imagination or that it can happen to you and find the strategies to back that up, it's not true of everybody, right? So when you see somebody who's so successful, just because you or I don't have the imagination quite yet to see how they figure out the pattern and crack the code, doesn't mean it's impossible. Again, we want to believe, and maybe they're using this pain as such an effective tool in a way that you or I don't. Whatever we think, they're using this powerful tool, pain, to stay hungry. So those are some tips on how to stay hungry. Man, this can't end. Maybe if you're like me, I want you to join this morning connection. I want to get your mind right, get our minds right every single day to make the use out of this. Whatever pain that we're accepting, we're taking on, we want to get out of. If that's going to make us follow through and live up to our full potential, use our talents and ability. Well, let's use that pain to help us stay hungry. Right? So that's going to do it for this morning connection. Remember, let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. Let's love, let's connect with a sense of urgency too. And it's not all work, right? But let's do this. Let's produce our legacy, the people that we're responsible for. Let's produce for them. Right? Let's get that promotion at the job. Let's take our business to the next level. Let's start that side business, whatever it takes. Let's also take care of our bodies. Right? Our fitness, we want to be the total package, right? Everything we want it all. Hey, make sure you go to skipthecore.com/transformation. I am always running transformations. Got one starting right now, and that is at skipthecore.com/transformation. Right? 12-week fitness transformation journey, skipthecore.com/transformation. You want to go there, fill out that questionnaire, and I'll reach out to you. We'll talk about it, right? We want to be the total package. Let's take care of our health and our fitness with that sense of urgency too. Remember, everything in life runs in patterns. I don't care how slow you may think you are, right? It seems like everybody's picking up the pattern faster than you. Everything in life, your biggest challenge in life, what you really want, having those feelings, emotions, it's just a pattern that we just need to figure out. Some are more complex than others. Some you'll get a lot quicker than others, maybe quicker than other people. Some, it's going to take you a long time. It's going to bug you, bother you. You're going to think you're falling behind. But it's just a pattern. You can figure it out. There's a pattern in life for everything. Even a pattern on how to stay hungry. Hey, if you ever need any help figuring out the patterns to your biggest challenges, cracking the code, reach out to me. Go to talkwithskip.com. You hear me talking about my one-on-one coach. I'd love to see if it's a good fit for you. Right, so go to talkwithskip.com. Just schedule 15 minutes. We'll see. We'll talk. Be nice. Absolutely no charge, of course. All right, let's expect the best from yourself. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They're going to get your power, your energy, your passion, the value that you provide, the gifts that you want to exchange, that value. They will get you. It's just a matter of time. Right? So expect the best from yourself. Expect the best from your efforts. Expect the best from other people. They will get you. How can they not get you? How can other people not get you? You are a force to be reckoned with. Have a great day.